So, according to reports, the Cowboys are interested in Trey Hendrickson. And according to my report, this is my report here, I'm interested in Micah Parsons. Get it in. No, I'm just kidding. I love Trey. Absolutely love Trey, and I would never want to see Trey play for another team no matter what. But I will say I would also highly would love to have Micah Parsons be a Bengal. Especially with how high he talks about, Joe Burrow and the Bengals all the time. So, wouldn't mind him being on our team. But yeah, no, according to this source here, according to one national insider, Dallas Cowboys are talking about Trey Hendrickson too. Now, here's the issue. It's the same issue the Bengals are falling themselves into. It's the same issue that other teams are falling themselves into, and that's paying Trey what he wants to get paid. Now, obviously, Dallas also has to pay, Micah Parsons a record-setting contract, and that's easier said than done, especially when it comes to how much Trey wants, because Trey wants right around 32 to 35 million. So if Trey wants that, and then, Micah's going to want close to 40 million, you kind of can't pay both of them, right? So it's a pipe dream, but honestly, it does interest me a little bit. Because again, I feel like this is another situation where, it's that price tag. And some teams, just like the Bengals here, are going to say Trey's asking price is way too much. Anderson's nugget. Sounds to me like the current amount Trey is seeking is beyond what the Dallas Cowboys would want to spend for a player of his level, based on what I'm hearing. And again, this is like same thing we're hearing from the Bengals front office. They're also, based on what he is asking for, simply do not want to pay him that much. Which is, I don't know. Again, like I said, I still think in the end here, the situation is going to be Trey plays this season, and that it is what it is. Dallas Cowboys have been stacking up talent defensively ever since they hired a new defense coordinator, Matt Eberflus. The hope is that they can extend Parsons, but it would be interesting to see if Dallas could one day get Hendrickson to boost them to a well-rounded defensive line. Which, again, I would never want to see Hendrickson play for another team, but this could be an interesting concept if we did trade him for Micah. But again, then we'd also have to work out a contract with Micah, and we're not going to pay someone anywhere close to $40 million. Not another player. We physically can't. So it's a pipe dream. But I've seen so many trade offers or trade predictions lately with Trey that I'm just kind of getting tired of it. Like Bleacher Report. You already know how I feel about Bleacher Report. They posted this trade, and if you think you've seen the most illogical trade possible for Trey, it takes the cake. This one sums up all the trades, okay? Let me explain it like this. It's a three-way trade. As I said, three-team trade. We would trade Trey Hendrickson to the Colts, right? He could play with Lou again, Lou's defense. Awesome. Then the Colts would trade to the Falcons DeForest Buckner. Yeah. Stay with me here. The Falcons would trade us Kyle Pitts. So we trade Trey to the Colts. Colts trade DeForest Buckner to the Falcons. And the Falcons trade Kyle Pitts to us. Which makes no sense at all that we would be trading Trey Hendrickson in theory then for Kyle Pitts. At least if you said, DeForest Buckner, I could somehow get behind you on that one. But no, I mean, listen, at the end of the day, if we trade away Trey Hendrickson, we are swoop. We are blued. We are blued, destroyed, and we are going to have a very, very bad season. We will. Trey is our defense. He is our big, move on defense. So that's all we really can do here. is just keep him, and hopefully he signs a contract, and hopefully we figure this out. But wouldn't it be easier if the Bengals and Falcons did a trade to swap Hendrickson for Pitts? No. Nobody would do that trade. This is the full trade, by the way. A 3-team trade when Hendrickson would land with Indianapolis Colts, DeForest Buckner would be traded to Falcons, and Kyle Pitts would be traded to Cincy. They even say, down here, that the extra club added when it may not be necessary either way. In some magical circumstance, they think we're going to trade Trey Hendrickson for Kyle Pitts. What? Bruh. You know what? This is why I've not made a single video on any of the trade rumors with Trey Hendrickson. Because this is how stupid they are. This is how idiotic they are. Not one single trade rumor has said anything about us trading Trey Hendrickson for Micah Parsons. And I feel attacked for that reason. I love Micah. Okay? I love Micah. I'm going to be very biased here. I love Trey, obviously. He's number one. But Micah's also interesting to me. So, tell me down below your thoughts and opinions, guys. See you guys next one. Peace out.